I accidentally texted my boss what I said about him. It was a Tuesday, which should have been the first warning sign, because nothing good has ever happened to me on a Tuesday. I've been at this job for about 8 months, long enough to know the unspoken rules. Smile in the meetings, laugh at the manager's jokes, and never under any circumstances say what you actually think in a text you haven't triple-checked the recipient on. I broke that last rule in spectacular fashion. My coworker Danny and I had this running thread where we vented about our boss Marcus. Nothing criminal, just the usual stuff. How he takes credit for other people's work, how he says circle back 14 times in a single meeting, how he once spent 20 minutes explaining a concept that was already in the email he sent us. That day he pulled me into a last-minute call to realign on deliverables, which was his way of saying he forgot to do his part and needed me to cover for him again. I got off the call fuming and immediately typed out a message to Danny, something along the lines of, "I genuinely cannot believe this man has a salary twice mine, he couldn't manage a gas station," and hit send without looking. The chat stayed quiet for about 30 seconds, which was weird because Danny usually responds instantly. Then my phone buzzed. It wasn't Danny, it was Marcus. He sent back one word: noted. I think my soul left my body. I sat there staring at the screen completely frozen, going through every stage of grief in about 45 seconds. I thought about calling in sick for the rest of my life. I thought about moving to a different city. I seriously considered whether I could somehow hack into his phone and delete the message before he fully processed it. None of those were realistic options, so instead, I did the most unhinged thing possible. I typed back, "Sorry, wrong person. That was about a character in a show I'm watching." I have no idea why I thought that would work. Marcus replied, "What show?" And I panicked and said, "It's a new one, you wouldn't know it," and then immediately put my phone face down and stared at the ceiling for 10 minutes. The next morning I came in expecting to be called into HR. Instead, Marcus walked past my desk, set down a coffee which he had never done in 8 months, and said, "Good talk yesterday, keep that energy." Then he walked away. I don't know what that meant. I still don't. He's been weirdly respectful to me ever since, gives me credit in meetings now, stops interrupting me when I talk. I'm not saying send your boss a passive-aggressive text on purpose, but I'm also not saying that.